No vacation action. No, I go on vacation on Monday. Thank you. My allergies are acting up today. What's up, Soli? Nothing much. Link, cutie pie. Link. Tell your guests hello. Talk. Say something. He don't ever talk. He's a very quiet cat. He does not meow very often at all. Unless he's super bored. He's tired. He wants to come on my desk and go to sleep. But I'm not gonna let him because I can't see anything. Moved your workstation? Yeah, I like to change it up every few months. Since I work from home, I get kind of bored with the same thing super often. So I'm back in a different room of my house. Super close to my living room though. Living room's over there. So Link likes to like just chill in the living room over there and then just like watch me while I work. But yeah, since I work from home and I'm always here, I have to change it up or I'm gonna lose my mind. You too? Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Soli, what should we build today? I have literally no clue what to do today on stream at all. But you change every day, living room in the morning, bedroom after 12 p.m. Feel that. Sometimes if I can do some of the work that I've got just from my iPad, like writing scripts and things like that. No, sir. No, sir. No. Cannot get on my desk today, man. I'll take like my iPad in the living room or something, or go outside in the back patio or something and just do my work from there and change it up. Or I'll just grab my laptop and do the same thing. Found a new website, daily.dev. Soli, did you just find out about daily.dev? Daily.dev is super awesome. I love it. Brian showed it to me like a year ago. It's so cool. It's my home screen, not home screen. It's like my home homepage in my Chrome browser. Yeah, it's super cool. At some point, I want to start uploading content from Treehouse onto there, but I just have not had the time. We set up an account, though. We have a Treehouse account with them. But that's about as far as I got, was setting up the Treehouse account. Soli, give me some ideas of what to build today and how to build it, and I'll do it. Because I don't have any creative energy to think about what to build. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Can you do HTML5 games yet? What is that? I'm looking it up now. What is this? HTML5 games. Like web browser games? That's really neat. What is this tower crash one? Is this all in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? These look awesome. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Where's... Is this it? Yeah, there we go. Coding Cam. I'm playing this game. Seems kind of cool. Except I suck at it. Kind of, anyway. What color is this? Is this blue? Yeah. Is this the official stream of the platform called Team Treehouse? Yes. Yes. We are Team Treehouse. I was on Code Canyon checking some out. I never even heard of Code Canyon. This is really cool. I didn't know anything about HTML5 games before today. So, like, how do you build games for this? That's cool. What role do you have at Team Treehouse? Instructor? Yes. So I do a bunch of educational content for the platform, but I'm also the developer advocate here. So I hang out with the community. I do a lot of live Twitch streams, hang out in our Discord channels, and just have fun with the community. And play with my cat. He's our mascot. He's not really the mascot, but that'd be kind of cool, huh? He's spooked. He sees something outside. That's so cool. You're living the dream of devs. It's pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty fun. I get to build a lot of cool, fun projects for everyone, show people how to code. It's really, really neat. I really enjoy what I do. Code Canyon is cool. Check it out, codecanyon.net. It's like a marketplace for applications and stuff. Thousands of code, scripts, and plugins for every website build. That's cool. So if I wanted like pagination. Cool. Pagination in WordPress, JavaScript. This is neat. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the follow, Ram. Codes? Sorry, I missed the intro. What was on the agenda today? I don't know. I don't have an agenda. I was going to see if you guys wanted to see something specific, and I could try to work on that or build that out. I don't really have an idea of what to build today. Pagination is my nemesis. Yeah, it's fun, but it's a headache. It's such a headache to figure out. I don't like implementing it. But that's really cool. I never even knew about this. I'm going to save this because this is going to come in handy. I'm going to put this in tools. There we go. Do you have any tips for someone wanting to get into DevRel? Yes. So if you want to be a developer, advocate, or work in DevRel, just try to simplify things. So like, think about it this way. Whenever someone's new to coding, especially if you want to like, you know, teach coding or get into like helping people who are just starting, think about like how some of the concepts you have to talk about, they don't understand yet. So if you could find simple ways to explain complex things, and also you're really good at showing off how to do it, those are some key things I would practice for sure. And also just being comfortable talking to people in communities. And also evangelizing a product. So whether that product is yourself or another company like Treehouse, You want to be good at like evangelizing for the company. If you subscribe to Code Canyon, remember to use code SOLI for 5% off. Influencer SOLI. That's funny. That's funny. You know, I might actually try to build out like a simple to-do app. And what I'm thinking is I kind of want, because it's been a minute since I've made a to-do app in React. And I want to see if I can do it any better than I used to. And then eventually, maybe on the next stream, we can add to it and turn it into like a bro haul. Did you create a whole nother account just to have that name? Is this really bro hauled? It really is. That's awesome. No, and I was thinking on maybe like another stream, we can implement a drag and drop feature to the existing to-do list app. Thinking maybe we could do something like that. I don't know. Thanks for the tips. I'm trying to build some social media presence on LinkedIn, Instagram for code content. Will that help in getting into DevRel? Yeah. So for sure, like if you're gonna apply to be like a DevRel at a company, they're gonna want to know that you're good at evangelizing a product and selling a product and also explaining things simply. So if you can do that on your own social media accounts, that's great. And typically a DevRel is gonna have like their own social media account that they do all their work from, even stuff for the company that they want to work for or eventually work for. You're still gonna want to post it and have like your own personal presence, because it's a lot easier for people to relate to a person versus an entire company. You know what I mean? So building up your personal brand is a must. This is your work account from now on. Sounds good. I was just starting React before I had to take a surprise break. Yeah. What do you guys think about doing a simple React to-do list app, just so I could see if my to-do list app skills have gotten better since learning some more React? And then next stream, or maybe even this stream if we got the time, we work on not only being able to mark a to-do as complete, but like dragging and dropping through different views. So glad you found our stream. Yeah, we go live every single Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Time. With the exception of the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be on vacation, so there will be no stream for the next 2 weeks, sadly. Dustin, Figma stuff. Click on third icon to the left. Frames. Where's Frames? Why can't I see... Where's Frames at? We're going to kick Brandon. Why just Thursday? Just Thursday because I'm the only one streaming and I have a crazy hectic busy schedule. So usually I try to like allocate as much time to all my other stuff that I gotta do for Treehouse on all the other days, and on Thursdays I try to keep it open for streaming. I'm a Figma noob. I know a lot about Figma, but I barely know anything about Figma at the same time. Bring up full screen. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I wasn't looking at my display to see that I wasn't even in full screen. Sorry. Stop yelling at me, Soli. Also, if we ever do stream outside of Thursdays, it'll be a very chill stream, like just maybe hanging out, and I might just have my camera on while I'm doing some work just to kind of hang out with you guys. I've been saying I need to do it, and I'm not good at doing what I say I'm going to do because we need to get affiliate. I just have to stream a couple extra days a week to do it. We got all the other requirements. Say the T word one more time. Third icon, the square thing with the edges, not the square. This is Frames, isn't it? Yeah, it is Frames. Just curious, do you review portfolio profile of devs and share them with feedback? We do have our community manager as well as like our career advisor, Genevieve Dance, that does a lot of portfolio and resume work. If you want to get in on that, why don't you, if you're not in our Discord, why don't you go hang out in our Discord? The link is up at the top right of the screen up there. go join our Discord. She posts a lot of information in there about when she does her live sessions, but she'll review portfolios and all that too. But I'm not against reviewing portfolios live on Twitch if anyone ever wants to submit any. I've built quite a few portfolios, mainly because I build one, I love it, and then like 5 days later I want to change it because I want something different. Soli, why did I click on frames? What you need me to do with frames? I'm totally down to do a portfolio review. If you guys ever have some portfolios and you want me to review them, give you some feedback on what I personally would do or not do with them, we could totally do that. You were drawing squares? What's wrong with my squares? Typically, if I want a frame, I'll just press F and I'll do this and I'll create it because I really don't care much for the pre-made ones, even though I probably should. Because typically I'll do a 14 by 1440, but sometimes I'll want it way longer. But I guess I could just pull that up and do it that way. I don't know. Let me draw my squares in peace. Dang, everybody beat Dennis today. I don't think Dennis is coming. So can you take a quick look at my portfolio and share if I can even be considered for interviews, considering the job market is tough right now? Yeah, sure. Send it over. Like I said, join our Discord. Genevieve hosts a lot of live sessions where she talks about career things, specifically related to resume reviews, how to stand out, especially in the saturated job market right now. Super, super useful information. And she's actually got a live session coming up on the 26th too. I forget what it's about. I think it's launching your developer career. So yeah, and they're free. You just have to sign up and then just join. I think she does most of them through Zoom. Soli's been on a few of them. She can say how good they are. I'm biased. I'll take my word for it. But yeah, if you want to share your portfolio, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at it. Pre-made squares. Dustin squares. Dustin squares are superior. Be hard with the constructive criticism. That's just going to help me improve. Next live session is actually all about portfolios. Prepare your portfolio for the job hunt. Okay. See, let me see if I can't figure out, because I just did the podcast episode that talks about what's coming up in July and what's already happened in June, and I think the 26th was on there. Let me see. I could be totally wrong. Let's see. Hello, July. Yeah, so June 26th. Prepare your portfolio for the job hunt. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was the developer one. So she's also has, let's see. In July, launch your web development career on July 17th. So that one's a good one too if you want to make sure to watch that. But yeah, so let's take a look at his portfolio. I'll give you my critiques on it, but just take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert at them, but I have seen tons of portfolios, and they're also very, what's the word I'm looking for? Opinionated. Some people like them certain ways, some people like them other ways, but I'll take a look at it. So let's pull it up. All right, first off, right off the bat, I like the simplicity. A lot of people like to throw a lot of stuff right there on that home screen. This is simple. I see some navigation up here. I see your social links, and then if I just want to get straight to your projects, I don't want to have to deal with anything else, I can just click that. So that's really good. I like that. Also, a cool little chat with me. I reply immediately. So how is this set up? I'm curious. Does it actually email you or something? Wazamp. See how that works. Okay, so you get our email and it probably just emails you. Okay, that's cool. I do like this. What did you build this with? I will absolutely check out mobile though, because that's important. But this looks like it was built with some sort of framework, so I'm sure it mobile looks pretty good. Just plain HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Sass. Wow, you got some really good design skills then. This is super nice. Cool, cool. I like this. I'm not so sure. Well, I'm wondering why these are all to the right, but I think if you're on your phone, your hand would be more to the right, even though they still have to reach up. I do like that though. It's still good. But you got a nav, and that's all that matters. So if I go to projects, okay, so it anchors me straight to projects, which is nice. Dopefolio, case study. What does case study mean? Okay, so it's basically information about it. So the only thing I would say, and I'm guessing you're routing, okay, made this portfolio template open source, which is listed in projects section. Oh, okay. Is that what this is? So the only thing I would say is a lot of this information, since it's really just textual, as well as this, while this looks nice, I would maybe have this as like a third option, but I would take them straight to the GitHub. Like from here, while you're viewing it, if I just want to see the code or a live demo of it, like how do I see a live demo? Is it this project link? So that takes you to GitHub. Is there a way to see a live demo? Are they on different screens? Let's go to coffee. Okay, so live links right here. Yeah, it's a lot of extra clicking to get to the same things. I personally, I don't think anything's wrong with this, but if you want me to be like super critiquey, I would have like a GitHub link and then have this information in the GitHub, because all this really is textual. And then they're not having to search for like a GitHub link or a live link. I would put either live link here and GitHub link here and just have those two options there. And maybe even if you want to keep these pages because they do look better than GitHub READMEs, I would have like a third option. So that way, if they do want to see the case study, that's cool. But if they want to get straight to the live project or straight to the GitHub code, they can do that from here too. Just what I would do. So this is a super basic portfolio, which is good. It's not overly, you don't have too much stuff going on. You have an about, which technically, if I'm looking at like hiring somebody, first thing I want to do is know a little bit about them, see some projects, and if I want to contact them, I'll contact them. So it's basically straight up and to the point, which is what you want. And then you have all your links here, which is good. Honestly, the only thing I would say would be just having some extra links here for UX. You want a better experience for that. You don't want them to have to click too many times. You don't want to make them have to come here just to see if there is a live link, and if there's not, then they wasted their time in there already. Twitch my dev, what's up? First time chat. I feel like I've seen you in here before. Why does it say first time chat? Yeah, that's the only thing, is I would just have that button here too. That way they don't have to. So like if I wanted to know like if there was a live link for this one and I click case study to find out, and then there is none, well now I'm on a whole nother page, and yeah, I'd rather just stay here. What's up, Twitch my dev? I changed my name to my dev. Ha. So you were here before, right? Because I feel like it's either some weird deja vu or something. I feel like I've definitely seen you in here. Cool, and you got a footer, which is neat, and your social icons are here too. Yeah, overall, I really like this portfolio. It's super simple and it's straight up to the point. Let's read this. I'm a front-end focused web developer, building and managing the front end of websites and web applications that leads to success of the overall product. Check out some of my work in the My Project section. I also like sharing content related to the stuff that I have learned over the years in web development, so it can help other people in the web development community. Feel free to connect or follow my LinkedIn or Instagram where I post useful related content. Yeah, I really like this. It's very simple. It's very straight to the point. It doesn't have a lot of like, hey, look what I can do type of stuff that a lot of people seem to really overcomplicate their portfolios that way. The only other thing I would do, and this is just me being super picky, is other than the links here, which is like a UX thing, which I would feel like is semi-major. This is just purely aesthetics. I would make a dark mode. My eyes are hurting looking at all this brightness, but I am very thankful there's no pure whites. I don't even think this is pure white. It might be. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably pure white. I don't know. It looks kind of gray. But either way, I really like that there's not a lot of pure white if there is pure white. Yeah, no, it's not pure white because look at the header, which is good that you're not using pure white. For one, for my eyes, but two, also differentiates the header that you got going on up here. But yeah, dark mode would be sick on this because I don't know if anyone knows this. My favorite color is purple. This indigo purple color. So and it looks very clean with like a dark mode. Let me see if I still have my old let me pull it up here. Let me see if I still have my old portfolio UI. I probably don't. I think I actually very recently just deleted it out of my Figma files. Oh man, I sure did. Dang. Oh no, it's still here. So I like going for like a super minimal approach and like doing things different. I don't like my portfolios looking like web pages. This was something that I was toying around with and I never had a chance to make it. Maybe we could do this on stream one day. But basically it's, and this is related to DevRel type of work too. It shows my podcast, my Twitch streams, as well as the YouTube stuff that we did with Treehouse. But I'm not looking for a job, so I'm not really in a rush to make this or anything, but I kind of have a cool background. Everything's contained in this one small thing. I think it needs a lot more spacing though. Everything looks kind of crammed, but it's really just like it's like one big menu if you think about it. I don't know. I like to be different when it comes to my portfolios, but I have an about section where you can see our Discord here. Go straight to Treehouse since I am the DevRel for Treehouse. And then down here it shows a lot of my content if you want to see the type of stuff that I do for Treehouse, like the podcast, the Twitch, and the YouTube. And then these drop downs here will actually, do I have a UI with these? I did, but I got rid of it. But these will basically ping the YouTube API since all of the live streams, the podcast, and the 100 Days of Code Journey is on YouTube. And it would actually have like a list view of the videos in these drop downs. And then you'd go to my work and I would pull from my pins on GitHub for my projects. And they would just kind of display in these cards. Some of it would be hard coded. Some of it would probably be just from like data from the API. And then I got the cool GitHub graph in the background right here, which I think is pretty cool. And then just a CTA to view more of my GitHub. And then the last was contact, which I never got around to even working on, but that's just kind of what I was working on with some ideas I had with mine. Is it the background, Dustin? Is that what you're familiar? Is that what's familiar to us? Yeah, so that background that you just saw with it is it used to be what I had in my so like if I go to a new page, it used to be right here in my I don't know if it saves any of my old ones. No, I don't guess it does. Oh well. It used to be my Firefox wallpaper for my home screen. That's all. I think I also put it up in Discord a couple weeks ago. Alright, let me look at the chat. Oh my god, yes, dark mode. Smoke white. Haha, yeah, as a dev, dark mode is a must. Haha, I should add a dark mode option ASAP. Yeah, if you use Tailwind, it's super simple, but I don't think you did. I think you said you use SAS, right? Purple deadlifts and squats. LOL, new treehouse project. Purple deadlifts and squats. What do you mean? Your portfolio reminds me of Discord, kinda. Yeah, yeah. It definitely had some Discord inspo to it, and GitHub, kind of like a Discord GitHub like mashup. I don't know. There's definitely, looking at this now, it's been a few months since I've like designed it. Looking at it now, I'd change up a few things space wise and whatnot, but this is the general idea for what I was gonna go for. I just never had the time to build it. But yeah, overall, I think this is a solid portfolio, dude. I really like this. Very simple and to the point, which is what you want. You can show off all your skills in your projects. I would not do that like in the portfolio. Keep it super simple. You got to realize a lot of these employers, they're going through probably thousands right now with how saturated the job market is. Portfolios of all these devs right now, they probably just want to go straight and be like, okay, this guy's saying he's a developer, he's front end. Let's just go straight to his projects. And if they actually like your projects, then they're going to be like, okay, cool, let's find out a little bit more about them. So I like that right off the bat. You can just go straight to your projects, but you also have a little one-liner up here. But typically, if they go through your projects and you're not what they're looking for, they're not going to go and read any more about you. They kind of make up their mind. So like I said, I really like that real big. As soon as I get here, my first attention-grabbing thing is the project CTA. I can go straight to it. And I personally feel like that's what, if they're on your portfolio, that's what they want to see. They want to see your work. But yeah, straight up, pretty cool. I give it a 9 out of 10. It would probably get a 9.5 if it wasn't for if there was a dark mode. But yeah, no, this is a really solid portfolio. Always a big fan of less is more and keep it simple. So love it, love it, love it. We should do more portfolio reviews. It's kind of fun. You guys give me all your portfolios. Maybe one of these days I can actually build out my portfolio and we'll do it live. We'll do it on stream. You guys can help me with it. Except Soli's not allowed to give me any color options. I let her do that one time on one stream and we got some crazy colors. She likes her green. She likes her green. Called out. All right, let's build like a to-do list app or something, guys. I'm just feeling like a to-do list app. I just want to build, and like I said, I want to kind of build it really basically just kind of get the main functionality, and maybe next stream, like I said, we can add the drag and drop features that Brandon was talking about last stream. I found my portfolio from when I was doing the UX Tech Theory. It's still live. Let's check it out. Ooh, I like the colors. How come you didn't give me any cool colors for my stuff? You gave me some weird greens. This yellow is sick. I really like the effect on your photo too. This is nice. I like this. This site was designed with the Wix.com website builder. Well, once you're finished the front-end tech degree solely, you'll be able to make your own. I was about to say, is this like a color palette? These colors look cool together, but these are like your actual projects. These are cool. Oh, I like this. This is cool. It's like in a computer, but I can still scroll and see it. Dustin's being so dramatic about the green. It wasn't that bad. I need to find it. It was like booger green. Thank you so much for taking your time to review and sharing your feedback. Really love the way you pointed out the pros and cons. Yeah, you should do more of these reviews. Gonna help us out a lot. Yeah, totally. I'm down. Totally down. Ooh, my phone is blowing up. Oh, my buddy just sent me a song. Alright, let me turn my notifications off. Alright. I like this, Soli. How come I never seen this before? You didn't mention that you like to try to catch squirrels in your About Me, though. Ooh, taking the front end solely, it was great. I agree. Front end tech degree is solid. I had so much fun going through it. How long did this take to set up, Sully? Sully, there's no dark mode on here? Come on. What's up with you guys not setting up dark mode? I'm gonna show you how easy it is to set up dark mode. We're gonna make the to-do app that we make a light and dark mode. Took about 3 days. It's not bad. I really like those colors. I do agree. It's a pretty nice little portfolio. All right, React template. Let's call this to-do app. Just straight up to-do app. Newbie developer, remember dark mode just became important to me. Well, if you guys want to use Tailwind, I'll show you how easy dark mode really truly is. Yeah, I really like these portfolio ideas. We maybe one of these streams coming up will actually, I can build a new and improved one for me, and you guys can help me out. All right, we got our basic app up and running. Soli, how did you like the UX tech degree? Yeah, if you want to use like vanilla JavaScript and or I'm sorry, vanilla JavaScript. If you want to use no library, just write like your own CSS. CSS variables make setting up a dark mode theme very simple. I have a few videos on YouTube of how to do it. They're kind of old, but they still work. They're like a couple of years old. It was awesome. I always wanted to take the UX tech degree. I heard some good things about it. Just same problem I have with everything. I just always run out of time. I don't have enough time in the day, unfortunately. All right, let's go to Figma. Let's figure out how we're gonna build this. I like having a UI to kind of go off of whenever we create something. I'm gonna make a Dustin box here, but I'll use a frame. That's called compromise. Just one last question. I currently have, can I even get interview calls for DevRel positions? What else do I do to get there? Yeah, no, totally. For one thing, so when I first had gotten my first like developer position, I was like just a front-end engineer at a company. And eventually we started hiring on more developers, and my boss, I was like the team lead. I wasn't a senior developer or anything, but like my own little small team, I was like the lead of it. So my boss would always have me, accompany him on interviews. And a lot of times, like when we'd get to, we thought this person had all the skills that we wanted, we'd get to their portfolio, and I would instantly like say no if their portfolio was just too much going on and I couldn't. God, do you guys hear all those notifications? I could never like, if your portfolio is just too much going on, you're for me, I was just not interested. I would kind of just like, nah, not for me. But your portfolio is super clean. It's minimal. It's not giving me anxiety the moment I open it up. So you have that going for you straight up. But for DevRel positions, I would try to have more DevRel related work. Like I said, so on this right here, I'm not saying you have to copy like my portfolio design, but you see how I have DevRel related things like a podcast, the Twitch streams, and then YouTube videos. These are all things that you will be doing as a developer advocate at a company, right? So you'll want to have this type of content alongside projects. Projects show that you understand code, but it's not enough to understand code to have a developer advocate type of role. You definitely want to make sure you can effectively communicate your skills and teach things and advocate for a company. You want to be able to evangelize for a company. One of the podcast episodes we just had, I interviewed Guy Royce. He's the developer advocate for Redis. Yes, he's a developer and he uses the product, but he's a developer advocate for Redis because he can explain their company's product very easily to people and show demonstrations. So he also has to have a technical background. So if you're wanting to get into the developer advocate space with coding and things like that, you already have the technical background if you know how to build things with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript or whatever frameworks you want. But the other skills that you have to be able to possess are ones that you can utilize podcasts, Twitch streams, and YouTube videos. So you want to be good behind a camera. You want to be able to communicate effectively, explain complex topics simply, and just be a good community person. You want to be able to be an easy person to talk to and for people to reach out to. So yeah, other than that, I think your portfolio is a good start for it. But if you're looking for developer advocate type roles, you want to be able to have other things than just coding projects on there. So start up a podcast. You said you already have like your own social media accounts and you're trying to build up your brand. Post your social links or content from your social accounts on there. Don't just have like here's my Instagram or Twitter, right? You want to have some of that content that you make there easily, or if you have a podcast or Twitch or YouTube, link those up there for sure. Yeah, I will definitely say getting a developer advocate type role is a little harder than just getting a developer role for the simple fact that everyone wants to be a developer, right? Well, everyone that wants to be a developer would love to be a developer advocate too. And I feel like there's a smaller space for that than developers. Typically, a company only needs just a handful of developer advocates based on their size versus they might need a ton of developers, you know? Ooh, Sully's right. A lot of collabs. GitHub profile strength matters a lot too. I do agree. You want to have a pretty GitHub. Let's go check out your GitHub. Let's see what that looks like, if you don't mind. Where is the link? There we go. Let's check out the GitHub. Oh, yeah, you're good. I've seen so many people like whenever, like I said, I was interviewing for the company that I used to work for, hiring on some developers. I'd get to their GitHub, and they wouldn't even have like a README for their GitHub. It would just instantly just show projects. There's not a lot of stuff here. They don't have any of this information right here filled out. Like this is a lot of times for developers a place of like, it's like a social media. It's where people are gonna go to see all your information. So yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. I would work on your contributions. You want to make sure people know you're active. You were active recently though, which is pretty good. I say that. I don't even know how mine looks. Let's go see. Oh no, mine looks pretty good. I was battling Dennis for a while. Dennis was solid. I had like, I don't know how many days straight of contributions, and he started in January. I don't remember his thing though, to go back and find it. You know, guys, I always had this thought, why not create your own web apps, SaaS? You mean like a software as a service, SaaS? You guys want to see a project that I just built? You can call it a software as a service, but I don't get paid for it. But a lot of people use it. Let me I don't know if I ever showed you solely. Have you ever heard of the grading tool that I made? Probably not. I don't know if I really shared that with anyone. Have you seen this before, Sully? I don't know if I shared this with you. So this is a product that I made for Treehouse. So obviously when you submit a project, okay, cool. So I'll explain this to you. So when you submit a project with Treehouse, yes, we grade it, and you get an email back and all that stuff. That's a formal grade, okay? That's actually reviewed by the student success team, which is like Brian, Rohald, Travis, Dan. But if you're in the Slack community, which you have access to if you're a tech degree member, you can ask for an informal grading inside Slack, meaning you can post your project and we can give you critiques. That way you only have to submit it once. You know, you don't want to have to submit it and then you wait a few days, we grade it, something comes back is wrong, and then you're spending more time doing that. We want to get you in and out. You know, we want to get you right onto the next unit. So if you could submit it and know that it's going to be good, that's the best bet. So we encourage you guys to post your projects in Slack for us to informally grade. Well, what's really cool about that is anyone, even the students, can do what's called peer reviews and grade your stuff too. But all they're doing is looking at your project, and they're kind of just like going off of the requirements off of the website, this and that, and it's clunky, and you always want to give a really good feedback message, right? So I built this tool. This tool kind of does it for you. So I'll go through how it works. Yeah, def use Slack to review your project. Absolutely, for sure. So this is the grading tool. It's in beta right now because I just released some this new version of it. But it does start off in light mode. No one likes light mode, so I have mine set on dark mode, and it's saved in local storage. So if you refresh, it'll keep your state of the mode that you want. But there's also some keyboard commands thanks to Rohald. Rohald wanted me to implement this, but if you press Option E, nothing happens. Oh, wrong key. If you press Option E, it closes the main sidebar. If you press Option R, it opens up the review sidebar. So kind of got some cool little things here. And we got some more stuff that Rohald's actually building into it. But anyways, you come here, you choose a tech degree. Let's say Soli wants to get her project 2 of the front-end web development tech degree graded. This is what we would do. We would come here. You have a list of all the tech degrees here. You click on the one that you want, which is the front end, and let's say she wants her mobile first responsive layout graded. I'll click that, and now you have all the requirements here for that specific project, and you can grade it. If you come over here to project media, you have the mockup. So if we need to look at the mockup real quick while we're doing it, we can. We got the tablet, we got the desktop mockups. If the mockups are here, they're there. We got them. And the study guide here. So you can copy the link to the study guide, or you can open it right up in another browser. But yeah, and then we have our links, which is our validator link. So if we want to, give you guys a link to the validator, let's say your HTML didn't look good, we can copy the link here, or we can just go straight to it and check it out. But anyways, we'll open up your project on the side and we'll go through all the criteria. So let's say this one, project contains a style sheet inside of a CSS folder. Let's say you got that right. It marks it as correct. It adds it to the review over here, which by default, this is closed. But if you want it open while you work, you can. And then, yeah, you just start grading, and there's a progress bar up here to let you know how far in. And let's say you're not sure if this one's right or wrong, or they need a little bit more work on it. You can click the question mark, and you can give it a helpful thing like, this doesn't seem quite right. And if you look at the review, it puts it over here as these were questionable, and it has this your helpful feedback right here. And it's in real time, so you can actually just keep on typing. And it does the same for the wrong. So if it's wrong or questionable, you can offer some feedback. But yeah, and you can just keep going. And let me close the sidebar and show you the features. So if you go through the whole thing, once you're finished grading every single item in there, the sidebar will automatically open, and you can click copy review. And what it's going to do is it's going to copy it to your clipboard, a very formatted version of what you got right, what you got wrong in our feedback, and we can paste it directly into Slack. It's full of emojis and it's ready to go, and you as an end user get a very, very robust review of your project instead of us just saying, okay, this looks good, you can turn it in. You'll get a full-on review. I don't know if I could post. Nah, it won't let me post it in here. Maybe I can pull up Slack and see if I can show you what it looks like. Make sure not to show any company info. Okay, so this is Slack. So you saw that I did that whole review, right? And I clicked copy. So if I hit paste in here and I format it and I hit enter, it's not going to show in the Treehouse one. Let me go back up. Let me go to front end and go to DMs. All right, so don't worry about this. This was me testing. I can delete this one. This is what it would look like. So you hit enter and you get all of this stuff. And it actually formats it if I have my settings set up. But anyways, you get all this awesome information instead of just like, a, hey, you did a good job or whatever. But yeah, this is a project I wanted to build because I think the name of the game with front end work is if you see a problem somewhere, offer a solution. We didn't have a way to really informally grade things pretty easily, so I use light mode in Slack because I very rarely open up Slack. I don't ever really open it up often, and especially ever since they changed their entire UI, it's just so awful. I don't use it. Deter M from using Slack. What does that mean? I recently made a similar side project just to promote something on LinkedIn, which is a fake LinkedIn post generator. You can take a quick look and maybe share feedback. Oh, cool. I like the name, Faked In. That's cool. Oh, cool. This is like a demo of how to use it. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I see what you did. Oh, this would be a really fun project to build. Oh no. That's okay. So look, I pressed play, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to watch it no more. And when I clicked X, it's still playing. It's still playing in the background. Got to reload the page. But anyways, that's cool. So I can say solely. What does this do? Okay, that's part of the name. That's neat. Headline. Founder at Bad Color Schemes. I'm always down to do project reviews. If you guys got some cool projects, send them my way. I really love green, so I usually tell Dustin on Twitch stream to use an ugly green for no reason because I misspelled that. Because I want to watch the world burn. This is neat. This is cool. Can you like actually take a screenshot or? Oh yeah, you can click download image. Dude, this is a cool app. I'm gonna knock it again for no dark mode. What's up with you guys in no dark mode? Do you guys want to see how to do dark mode? Dark mode's so simple. Hater alert. Yeah, dude, thanks for sharing this project too. This is neat. This is a really cool project. Is this on your portfolio? I don't have the link to your portfolio up anymore, but is this, if this is on your portfolio, oh yeah, here it is. Let's go to projects. Aw, why is this not on here? You should put that on there. It's pretty good. There is a dark mode option at the bottom. Oh. Oh, it already says it's on dark mode. Is it Lion? Oh, no, I meant the whole UI. Yeah, this is neat. I like this a lot. This is cool. I'm curious how you have the download image and it downloads the image. That's really cool. Yeah, I'd put the dark mode option at the top. But I get it. I get why it's here. It's not for the dark mode for the whole web page. It's the dark mode for the social media postcard. So I get it. Oh, these backgrounds are fun. Background space. Oh, this is cool. Can I change the background color? Oh, I sure can. Let's get my favorite color in there. There we go. And I'm gonna go light mode. This is sick. I really like this. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's not on your portfolio. This is a really cool project. You should put this on here. Yeah, I would add it, dude. That's a really neat little project. It's very interactive. And you don't see a lot of projects like that on people's portfolios. A lot of people's portfolios are very copy and paste YouTube tutorial videos and whatnot. Like, you gotta be unique. That's a unique project. It's pretty cool. I do like that. It's really neat. Kind of makes me want to do that. Kind of makes me want to try to build something like this, like right now. With, like, obviously without, like, the downloading part, but, like, it's kind of cool. Yeah, you gotta have some unique projects. Because here's the thing. Everyone that goes to YouTube and says front-end beginner projects or whatever, they're going to take them, they're going to build them, they're not going to learn anything because it's just a tutorial, right? And then they're going to put them on their portfolio. And you wouldn't believe how many people I interviewed in like 1 week that had all the exact same projects on their portfolios. I was like, this is crazy. You got to be unique. You got to come up with some really unique stuff. That's why I'm always building stuff. I build big, massive projects, and I build super small, tiny projects all the time. And like literally 0 of them are on my portfolio. I need to do a better job at showcasing some of the work that I do. I'm using DOM to image library to convert DOM elements to, and that's cool. I never heard of that. Let me look that up. DOM to image. No way. This is cool. I'm gonna save this too. Let's put this in tools. You might see something with me using this in the one of the next 100 Days of Code videos. This is sick. How'd you find out about the stream? I'm curious. Were you just on like Twitch or something? Super thankful you popped in today, dropping a whole lot of knowledge, whole lot of cool ideas too. You know what? Let's not build the to-do app. Maybe we build a very lightweight version of what he just did. What he just said. Where's it at? I can't find it. There it is. So let me take a screenshot. And let's pop this up into Figma and let's create our own version of this. A light version of it, if you will. I was just scrolling in software dev category and saw Team Treehouse, and I was already very familiar with Treehouse. So let's like jump in ASAP. Cool. Well, like I said, we try to go live every Thursday at 12. Next 2 weeks, I won't be live though. It's the only bad thing. You found the first web page that made you get into liking front end? Share it. Share it. Let's see it. Solely will destroy my color choices. That's almost guaranteed. Don't we like Project Portfolio Review Day? Absolutely. All right, let's check this. Walk with Robin. A walk with Robin. How it started. Bonding. The journey continues. Likes. So is this like a... Oh, I was about to say, is this like a profile of something? Oh, this is cool. Can I click on him? Ah. Downward Dog. Boy Wonder. No time to rest. I like these little captions. Derp. Derp's a good one. Grandma Robin. Feeling sleepy. Having an American dream. Ah, that's awesome. Having an American dream. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. And this is something you can keep forever and just always go back and look at. Why should you adopt? Oh, this is neat. It's a cool website, dude. I like this. This is so neat. Yeah, you should build like a whole like website for like dog adoption, and every dog has like their own little custom profile like this. I like that. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Again, no dark mode though. You guys are killing me. Killing me, I say. All right. Let's see. So we have this card here, right? So let's identify some of the things we'll need for it. Maybe we can list them as like little blocks or something, right? So we have, let's make these a little lighter. All right, so we have our name, right? Let's see how he did it on here. So display name, it's just an input field, right? Discord. I don't know if commands work in here. We don't know how Twitch works. We just started Twitch streaming like a few months ago. Dark mode was unknown to me at the time. All I need to do to go affiliate is just, we've got every other requirement. I just need to stream a couple of extra days during the week because we've only ever streamed on Thursdays, and it says you need to stream on like 4 separate days. So at some point when I'm not super busy, I'm going to stream randomly during the week a couple times. I might just have the camera on and come hang out and talk with you guys. We'll say a username. We'll keep it simple. All right, and then what was the next one? Headline. Okay, I like that. Headline, it'll basically be the same as the username. So we can say headline. Then what? Then we have the message itself. And this will be like a text area, I think, right? Right. It's 5, 5. Set this at 5, border radius 2. That's when Dustin is slaving away at video editing. I recommend streams on Monday. He Nightbot or something commands in Twitch. I recommend streams on Monday. Some people might not get that, but that means he wants me to stream every single day because there is only Mondays. But yeah, I am always video editing or brainstorming ideas for videos and projects to build, and a lot of the times I build out these projects beforehand so that I can make the videos without messing anything up. So a lot of times I'm just actually just coding away trying to get some of these things done. We're gonna skip the upload an image. We can do background color though. Instead of the patterns, we'll just have like a solid background color, and we'll make that like a picker. A background color picker. We'll say background color. What else we got? That might be it, huh? Oh, dark mode too. Yeah, we'll do dark mode. And then I think that'll be it for our light version. Dark. Whoa, clicked on too many things. I went into developer mode. All right. Dark. Let's just call it theme, right? And this will be a drop down. We'll make this a drop down. Cool. I'm liking this. Let's swap these. All right. So I'm liking our options section here. Let's go ahead and delete that now. I think what I'm going to do, I'm gonna make this like that, send it to the back, and I'm gonna change these inputs to white. And I'm gonna move them right here, and let's give this a heading. Should we give it, do you have a heading? You do not have a heading. What should the heading be? Let's call this post generator. We'll give it, make it bold, up the font size, and we'll do 4.5, 4.5, 4.5 for the text. Let's do that for all of these actually. 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Should we center it? Nah. Let's put it to the left. Yeah, left align does look better, but only because it's a Monday. It wouldn't look better on any other on any other day, I don't think. All right, let's group all this, and let's center it into its parent, like so. All right, cool. And this is gonna be our editor, right? And this is gonna be super basic. We're not gonna do anything crazy here. Maybe what we can do, just because we're gonna have a lot of big empty space, is let's just set this whole thing. What radius are we using? 7 on this? Let's do 7 on this too. And this will basically be the color that we choose, right? So let's go indigo. All right. And then this will be our post itself. We'll just make it real big right in the center. And we'll make it white. So one of the background colors is going to be that indigo color. Right? This will be like our background color picker. Right? We'll choose some random colors. Well, actually, let's just copy the one that we have chosen. Cool. And we'll have like a pink-ish, maybe a little red to it, like that. And then we can have something super light. There we go, like that. We'll add more, or if you guys want to contribute, you can pull this down and you can add more too. This will be our basic color palette. What about an actual color picker? We can do that. That's pretty simple to do, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So we're not going to be able to choose an image, at least for this first iteration of this. We're going to make a super simple version. So we're going to have like just a default thing here. We'll have username here. And we'll have our headline here. We'll have our message here. And I'll fill this with some lorem ipsum in a bit. And I think that'll be it. It'll be super basic. Let's go to lorem ipsum. Aw, quiet. No more Monday talk. Don't ruin it. We're going to make this text a bit bigger, though. And we're going to not make it so large. Cool. And the username will be 16 and bold. And this will be, actually, both of these will be like this too. Align this correctly. And this will be our post. It's gonna be, like I said, it's a super light version of what he made, but I'm surprised Figma doesn't have a lorem ipsum function. Oh, it does. I don't know a lot about Figma. I know it does though. But yeah, so if you choose to change the color, it'll basically be this entire like right section here. And then dark mode will be a theme that we could toggle on, and it will just change these items only. I don't even know where plugins are, Soli. You give me instructions on how to get to it, and I will be right back. what I ordered. I didn't order anything. This will be a fun build. It'll be very basic. It'll be super simple. It's using a lot of fundamental stuff too. And of course, I'm going to build this in React and Tailwind to make things much quicker. Because we ain't got all day. All right, so let's get this started. Let's actually completely stop our to-do app. And what are we going to call this? We're going to call this fake post. Fake post, yeah. So React template fake. That's all one word, fake post. I'm excited to build this, guys. Guys and gals. Margarita pizza and buffalo chicken bites. I treat myself on Monday. Usually Monday. Usually eat healthy. Ooh, chicken bites sound amazing. All right, let's get to some coding. This is a coding live stream. You should be coding by now. All right, I am going to throw Figma onto my other screen. If you guys want to see the UI at any point, just let me know. I'll bring it back down. Get away! There we go. What'd I say about Monday, huh? All right. So looking back like at this real quick, you know what? I'm gonna just keep it up. I'm gonna keep it behind the UI, and I'll just swap to it when I need to. So there's two main elements. There's our side panel and our editor, right? So these are the two main components I'm gonna create, I guess, and everything will fall in line underneath them. We'll see. Whoa, what's all this? All right, let's go to app. Let's create these components, right? So we'll say editor.jsx, and we'll also create side panel.jsx. Set them up. And let's call them, say, side panel and editor. And we need to import them so it stops screaming at me. Side panel and import editor. All right, so we already got these. Let's delete some of these class names so that this works right. All right, we're gonna do flex, or should we? Yeah, we should do flex. That's fine. Items center, and we'll say gap 2 or gap 3. Why does side panel? Oh, it was because of that. Is file setup one you made yourself? Yeah. So I've got a template that I run. So if I open up the terminal, go to a new tab. If I go to config, I have this file here, right? And I have a bunch of commands in here. And what I did was I created this React template command. So all I need to do in my terminal, anywhere, it doesn't matter what directory I'm in, I write React template followed by a name. And basically this is saying like, hey, if I didn't provide a name, it's just going to echo back in the terminal, hey, please provide a name. But anyway, we put project name into this. And then basically what I do is I CD to my desktop. I clone down this repo. This repo is what you see like already here. It's what's in the project folder. It's set up with Tailwind icons. It's set up with Tailwind. Tailwind config is already pre-set up for me with some of the settings that I like. It's already got installed a icon library, and it's obviously a big React application. Other than that, it's basic. So what I do is I clone down that repo that I made with all that in there. I CD into the project, and then I remove the Git file. That way I don't accidentally push to that repo. And then I initialize a new Git repository out of it, and then I npm install to install all the React packages and Tailwind stuff. And then I open it up in VS Code, and then I run the dev server. Command to set up the HTML. Kinda. Well, I started making so many projects for the 100 Days of Code as well as just live streaming that I didn't want to have to set up React every single time and then set up Tailwind every single time, then set up the Tailwind config and then go find an icon library, import it, and make sure it all works. So I just did all that one time, and now I just have to pull it down whenever I'm ready to work. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, let's get back to it. All right, let's work on the side panel first. So actually, it looks like our entire app has like some big padding around it. So let's fix that too. Let's go to app and let's just say height, screen, overflow, hidden. And we're gonna do a padding of like 5. No, well, yeah, let's do 5. Let's do 5. Oh no, what did it do? Why does it look the way it does? Let's give BG red 500, see what's going on. Why does it look like this? All right, side panel, say class name, BG emerald 500. So why is it center? Do I have some classes somewhere? Oh, item center, I'm so stupid. Take that off. There we go. All right, let's remove this. I'm assuming those CSS classes are Tailwind. Yes. I don't mind writing my own CSS. I actually prefer it, but when it comes to these live streams and building things quick, Tailwind just makes it so easy. So easy. Not easy, I'm sorry, quick. Because I don't want to be here all day long. Because writing your own CSS will take hours, and you guys don't want to watch that. You guys don't want to watch me write CSS. Some of my old videos on YouTube, I wrote all my own CSS, and it would add like an hour to the video just doing that. And we didn't like that, okay? We didn't like that. Also, padding 5 doesn't do anything. It's P5. There we go. So now we got our padding. And we have our gap from the flex. So, okay, cool. Now we can get into the side panel. So let's do height. Sorry, height full. We say BG zinc 200. And we're going to give this some padding as well. Say P3. And we'll do rounded large. Make some rounded borders. And you know what? Let's just copy all of these because we're going to need this also into the editor itself. So we'll do class name, pop that in there. We'll take the BG out of it though. But also we can say width full for this one. And for the side panel, we'll also say width full. But we're going to say max width of, let's say we don't want it no more than 300 pixels. So now if we open this up full, we're going to have our little side panel here, and our editor's going to be here. Just curious, is Sully also working with you at Treehouse? She's the mascot. No, she's just a student. She's a super awesome, what's the word I'm looking for? Engaged community member. She's always hanging out with us and having a lot of fun. Sometimes we do have some of the student success team in here on the streams. They might even be in here ghost watching now. I know Brohald was here earlier. And Brian I think is on vacation. I think Brian's out. That's why we don't see much of Brian right now. Let's go back to app and set the gap to like 3. I think that would look better. Or 5 to be consistent with the padding for the global padding. Cool. I think it looks pretty good. So let's just start off building some UI stuff in the side panel. We'll have an H1. This H1's gonna say fake post. All right. Now let's give it some styles. We'll say class name. We'll say font bold for sure. We can say text 2XL. Yeah. Let's do. What else should we do? Honestly, that's probably it. I do know that I want all the text to have a certain color, so let's do that here. We'll say text We can do zinc like maybe 800 or maybe 600 maybe. There we go. I don't want it too dark. Dustin turning me into Barney. I'm Barney? What do you mean? Oh, mascot. Wait, our mascot is a clown. I thought it was a frog. He called Sully a clown. Air jail for you. I think Sully just wants violence. Because before Brandon was here, she was fighting all the time with Dennis. Now she's fighting with Brandon because Dennis isn't here. All right. We'll say PY5 because I want way more padding on the left. Oh wait. Sorry, this is the main UI. Let's go back to the side panel. Yeah, we're doing P3, so let's do PY3. Or no, let's just do P5. We'll do P5 all the way around. And I'm gonna do that for the editor too. Sorry. I'm innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. All right, what's the rest of this UI? So now we're having some of our UI elements. So looks like we're using this a couple of times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Let's create a component. Let's call this input, call it input field.jsx. Right, and this is gonna be a div with a p tag that has the title, and then we're gonna have our input field like that, and it's gonna also have a placeholder. I think that's how you do placeholder, right? In React. But we're gonna pass these items in, right? But we're gonna do that later. So let's save this, and let's try writing this really quick. We can say username, and then we'll say provide a username. Now in the side panel, we're going to paste our input field, and let's import it. Okay, so now we have this and this. So what I want to do is, let's say label equals, and then we'll have placeholder equals. So for this, I'll say username for the label, and for the placeholder, I'll say provide a username. So now in the input field, we can take these down as props. We could say username, and we could say placeholder. I'm sorry, not username, label. And instead of just writing username here, we can say label. And same goes for the placeholder. Save placeholder. If I hit save, nothing should change. And it doesn't. Awesome. So now we can just reuse this each time we have an input. Woohoo, we have too much fun in the Discord. Yeah, we really do. Oh, I just joined the server. Looks fun. Hopefully I can stay in touch with you guys and even talk if I ever see you active in. Yes. Yeah, for sure, dude. We're always in Discord. We're always having some fun. Sometimes some days are quiet in there, but feel free to always reach out. But just be aware. I can't stress enough. I'm going to be out for the next 2 weeks. You guys aren't going to hear from me at all. I am making sure to turn all my electronics off and just actually enjoy and take a breather for a couple of weeks. So you won't hear from me much. But usually I'm very, very active in Discord. Cool. So we have our input field here. We're going to do another one, and this one is for headline. So we're going to change this to headline, and we're going to say provide a headline. And now we have another input field. These are cool. Let's wrap these into some content. Well, no, we can actually do this here to be consistent. Say class name. We could say margin Y, which is top and bottom. We can say margin of like 3, or maybe 5 would be better. Yeah, 5 looks good. And for the input itself, say class name. We'll do P3. We'll do rounded medium. And we'll do a margin top of 2. Awesome. And I actually want to do outline none because I just don't want the outline to come up. Cool, cool, cool. Let's also do a type, right? So we could say type here, and I'll say type input. Yeah, we'll say type of input. Type equals input. And in here, we're going to put type. So what I can do is conditionally render this. So we could say if type is equal to input, then we want to return this, else let's return this, except this is going to be a text area. Actually, I'm doing this wrong. Give me a sec. We're gonna return this whole thing. So we can say if type is equal to input, then return this. Else, return this. Except this is going to be a text area, like I said. So we make a text area. It's got the same class names, except this one's going to have a min height of like, let's do like 75 pixels. Cool. So now if I go into our side panel and I do another input field, oops, but I don't specify the type of input, cool, I get our thing here. Cool, so now we're using the same component, but with some little conditional rendering. Look at you guys being besties. But we don't want headliner here, we want message. So we'll say message provide a message for your fake post. Cool. Let's make the input field a little bit bigger. Let's just say like 125 pixels. Cool. And I think resize none. That way we don't have to resize it. We're recruiting people for the non-Monday club. We're gonna have a big riot at some point. All right, cool. I think this is looking pretty decent. Except our side panel's too small. Let's set it to like 400 pixels minimum. And we're gonna say width full here. Do we need to do width full on the thing too? Yeah, we will. So width full. Cool. Guess who's not getting cake on Monday? Oh, you guys are great. All right, what else do we need? We need our theme drop down and then our background color selector, right? Yeah, so let's copy these class names because we're probably gonna have to build out these separately. So in the side panel, let's just create a div, and in here we'll have a p tag. It's gonna say theme, and then we're gonna have another div, and class name is gonna match what we had earlier. Actually, I lied. Well, no, yeah, it will. And we'll say BG white. Cool. Now, in here, we're gonna have, I'm gonna need some icons, right? So React icons. Let's go to chevron down. Let's grab this first one. if we go back, hey guys, it's fun hanging out. Learned a lot from you guys. Thanks so much for the fantastic time. Hopefully see you again here soon. I will be active on Discord as well. Good night from my side. Adios. It was super awesome having you here. Really enjoyed reviewing your stuff too, and you gave me some really cool tools to use. So if you want to follow some of the content that we make, I'll probably see some of the tools you just mentioned in some new videos coming, because I can definitely use some of those. Speaking of sleep, how are you not asleep yet, Soli? We'll say theme, and then in here we're gonna actually have our theme. I think that'll be cool. Let's also say flex. Let's make this smaller. And I'm gonna say justify between, so that that icon goes all the way to the right, and then items center, so it looks all uniform. Cool. So at some point, probably by default, it's gonna say light, and then we'll be able to come over here and choose it. So let's create our drop down menu for it. Say drop down, and this will just be a UL of options. We'll have an option of light and an option of dark. Light. Big decimal. What's up? Welcome. Why are you saying light? These options, we're going to hold these into some state. So let's import use state for this. Const theme, and then set theme equals use state, and initially we're going to have it set to light. So in here, we can actually interpolate our theme, and it should still say light. So if I come up here and change our theme to dark, it'll update in the UI right here. So cool. All right, we do need to move this drop-down menu out of the way. So let's say class name hidden. Liveness test. We're live, don't worry. Let's give a position of, I guess, relative to the parent. This is the parent, right? Yeah, this is the parent. And we're also going to set up some state for the drop down. So const theme drop down active, and then set theme drop down active. Say equals use state, which is initially going to be false. And I guess when we click on this div right here, right? That way they can click anywhere on it. So we'll say unclick. And we're just going to toggle that state. I'm going to say set theme dropdown to whatever the opposite of theme dropdown active is. And what we can do is interpolate this hidden class name based off that. So let's do that. So we'll say if theme dropdown active. If it's active, we don't want to show hidden. So let's just say if it's not active. We'll just say hidden. So now if I click this, cool, our drop down shows, well, that info shows. We need to set up some other class names. So let's remove these and fix our ternary a little bit. I have no idea what Dustin is talking about. I'm always awake during work hours. Lies. Straight lies. No, I lied. We need to let's interpolate this and then set up some default classes so we're not like writing too much code. We'll interpolate what we just did, so we'll say if active theme drop down active, then we will render hidden. But regardless, we're going to have these classes. So we're going to have it absolute, top of 0, left of 0, width full. And I think top is actually going to be at 100. We're going to see. Let's say BG white, P3, rounded, medium. Oops, I got to spell that right. It's going to yell at me. Cool, so now we see it, but yeah, we need top to be at like probably full. Cool, there we go. What if we took the rounded off? Or we can do rounded bottom right medium, rounded bottom left medium. And then when, yeah, let's change this turn area a little bit. We'll say rounded top, I'm sorry, bottom right, none, and rounded bottom left, none. That did not work. Why did that not work is the question. Hello, how's it going? All right, so no matter what, it's gonna have a bottom border radius, which is true. This is what I want. Oh, we're targeting the wrong thing here. That's why. I'm stupid. Let's change this back. This right here is what we need to change. So let's interpolate the values like we're doing based off of if it's open or not. So we could say theme drop down active. If that's true, then let's render these, right? Else, we're gonna have these classes, and I need to add a backtick right here. Cool. Okay, so what I want to do is when this is active, I just want to say rounded BR none and rounded BL none. Otherwise, rounded medium all. Cool. Now our drop down looks consistent. Sweet. Now for these class names. We just say P3, or that might be too much, honestly. P2, that works. And we'll just say hover BG zinc 200, and we'll say rounded medium. And we'll do a cursor of pointer. Drop down is dropping all right. Cool. Look at this. This looks sick. Let's change this to 100. It's too dark. And let's add a duration. Say duration 200. Also, P2 is fine for top and bottom, but I want some more on the left only. So let's do say PY2 and then P left like 5. Oh, that looks so bad though. Maybe I'm just being picky. I don't know. Well, you know what? Let's do P left 3. And we're going to do a P left 3 on this as well. But that still looks bad. What does 2 look like? 2 looks better. Let's just do 2. So we'll go back to this and just say 2. Oh, I need some dashes. What does rounded BL do? Rounded border left. I'm sorry, yeah, rounded bottom left. Why did I say border left? I'm so stupid. All right, I don't want to spend all this time on this drop down. We don't need to do that. When I probably could have just used a standard drop down anyway. Okay, so that's our drop down menu. And this is for our themes. So let's close this up and we'll put theme selector right here. And for this, we'll put message field for here, we'll put headline field. And for here, we'll put username field. All right, and now we just need one more, which is going to be our actual like background color. So say BG color, and I'll just put selector. And we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna copy over. Let's see here. I'm gonna copy over these class names right here. Or some of them at least. Anyways, we're gonna say background color. Actually, we need to put these in div. Or I think it should handle it for us. Whoa, what happened? It will not handle it for us. We need to go and do this ourselves. We need a margin Y 5 and width full. So let's go back to the side panel. Let's set that actually on this div. And we're gonna set it on this div. So you can set class names based on conditions. Really easy in React, it seems. Yes, super cool. You basically just, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see. Where's an easy example? Or there probably isn't an easy example. But anyways, basically if set dropdown is not true, then we want to give the class of hidden, and then regardless, all of these would be here. And that's because we're interpolating this value. So this value just returns either hidden or nothing. But regardless, we're always going to have these. But it's really, really, really handy to conditionally render class names based on some state in your application. Yes, back-end stuff. I'm bored. I'm digging Twitch. Yeah, we're just building some cool front-end stuff. Somebody joined the stream earlier and they showed off an app that they built, and I want to build a lightweight version of it, so that's what we're doing today. All right, this is going to be a UL full of list items, and the list items are going to be colors. So say class name, BG Zinc. I'm sorry, no, we're going to do BG Indigo 500, rounded. Probably do a rounded small because these will be pretty small. We'll do size of, let's do 30 pixels maybe. I think 30 pixels would be good. Cool. And now we have our color. Let's repeat this a few times, and we're going to change that color. We're going to do emerald here. We can do blue here. We'll come down one more time and do teal. So here's our colors. Some of them look kind of the same. So let's change some of these values up. There we go. And for the UL, let's do a class name of flex with a gap of 2. That looks pretty good. But let's also do a padding of 3, BG white, and rounded MD. You know what I want to do? So it has an M2 margin top of 2. That's what I wanted to see. All right, we're gonna put that on the on this UL here. Yeah, it gets fun when stuff starts clicking. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Let's change these 30s to like 35. And let's change these roundeds to mediums. I think small is just too small. Let's just create our own. Let's do like 12 pixels. Oh, that's way too much. Oh, 5 pixels. There we go. That's what I want. Something like that. And each one of these will have a cursor of pointer. And we're probably gonna have to figure out how to dynamically change this later. so that we can actually choose the background color. Cursor pointer. Okay, so we have all of our items that we need in the side panel. And now we're going to build out our card. We can choose one of these options. We can kind of choose one of these. None of this logic is set up yet, though. So now let's build out the editor. The editor is going to be so simple. Let's actually set up a card. We'll say, we'll call this like the fake post card, right? We can say a div, and we'll say with, class name equals with full BG white. And this BG will change based on what theme that they chose. If they want like that dark theme, or what. In React, can you create a list? Can you create that list with a looping going over an array of those colors? Yep, you sure can. We're gonna be doing that at some point. Like I said, I kind of like just hard code things first to get the UI going, and then once we start having to write the logic, it'll be way easier to loop through those kind of things. We'll say with full BG white, rounded large, and we're also gonna say we're gonna give it a max width, because if not, it's gonna look pretty bad. We say max width of like let's go like 500 pixels, but also let's not say with full. Let's say with like 80%. All right, where's it at? Oh, we don't see it. Why not? With, oh, we don't have any content in it. Let's do padding of like 10. We're gonna have a lot of padding in this thing. Also, let's center it inside of our editor, which should be super easy to do. We'll say grid and place items center. Cool, so now it's right up here in the center. We're always gonna have a kind of like a placeholder for the display image, since we don't have one. So we'll say class name equals, we can say size 100 pixels maybe. And size is basically height and width. So if you hover over this, it's height and width based on 100 pixels. And I'll say BG zinc to 100 and rounded full to make it a circle. Cool. And that's way too big. Let's set this up at like maybe 60 pixels. Let's go 70. Cool. So now we're actually going to put this into another div, a parent div. And this div is going to have the image as well as the username and headline. So we have this, and now we want to put our username and headline. We say username, and then we can say headline here. And the reason we separated this is because by default it's going to look like this. So our parent, we can say class name flex, and honestly that might be it. Items center, just to center it, and then we'll do a margin right of like 10 for the image, or 5. It's not too big. Cool. Now for the username, say class name, say font bold. And we'll do text XL. And the headline, we'll just do like a smaller opacity. We can say class name, opacity 50. Cool. Cool. Cool, cool. All right, and now we're just gonna have our message field down here. All right, and we're gonna just put some lorem in here for now, so we can get this styling just right. So let's say class name equals margin left of, let's do 10. Yeah, we're gonna need 20, 25. Does 25 not work? Let's do like 50 pixels. Update it, 80 pixels, 90 pixels. There we go, 90 looks good. We need a bigger max width on this whole thing. 500 is too small. Let's do like 700. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. So this is basically what our post is going to look like based on the info that we give here. So I think we have everything to kind of start building some of this stuff out. So let's do that now. Now we're going to get into some of the logic. Give me 1 sec. 1 sec's over. Okay. So in like the actual like beginning of our app, we're gonna have all our data in here. So let's say import use state. Actually, instead of having a well, no, we can do that. We can just do that instead of overcomplicating things. So let's say const username and set username. I don't know why I capitalized that. And that's initially going to be equal to nothing, an empty string. Or we can actually give it a placeholder. So we could say our placeholder is Elon Musk. Okay. And what else do we need? We need our headline. So we say const headline and then set headline equals use state. And our default headline could be owner of X and Tesla, right? Boo, Elon. I'm only using Elon because he used Elon in his initial one. You got if you have a better idea, let me know. We'll swap it out. And our message, we could say message and then set message. And that'll initially be equal to use state, and this will be a string too. We can just say, I don't know. What is something Elon Musk says? I am going to change the name of Twitter to X. What do you think about that? Okay, let's do solely the Treehouse mascot. Let's just do solely as her name, and we'll say the Treehouse mascot. What do you want to say, solely, as like our default message for you? Air jail. I am a lover of all shades of green. I do not discriminate. There we go. All right, so none of these values are really doing anything right now, but this is going to build out our UI over here. And I love Mondays, by the way. All right, so what we can do is we can pass the username, the headline, and the message to our editor, okay? We're also going to need to pass them to the side panel, but we can do that later. Yes, these will be props. So for editor, we could say username equals username. And for headline, we'll say headline equals... I just threw my mouse across my desk. Headline. And we'll say message equals message. So now if we go into our editor and we take them out as props, we could say username, headline, and message. And now we can use these values. So where it says headline right here, we'll change it to headline and put it inside some brackets. We'll do the same for username. And then for the message, we'll do the exact same thing. We'll say message. And if I hit save, now our initial post has all of our default content in it. It says solely the Treehouse mascot. I'm a lover of all shades of green. I do not discriminate, and I love Mondays, by the way. Adding that Monday line is just criminal. I know. I mean, we have proof that she said it. This is her post right here. This is her post. I'm also not liking how unrounded these borders are. So let's set the rounded to XL on the this big card, or actually 2XL, or 5XL, or 3XL. Why is nothing changing? Oh, wrong item. What was it initially? Just large. Okay, it's this. So we say 2XL. There we go. Now her card is a little more round. So is the static setup done? Yep. So this is now coming from our state. So this is coming from state. So now what we're going to do on the left is introduce ways to update that state. So let's go and do that now. Since the state lives inside of this this app component, and we're having our side panel and editor here, we're going to pass in the setter functions to the side panel. So we'll say set username equals set username, and we'll say set headline equals set headline, and then we'll say set message equals set message. So now inside of this component, we have access to these setter functions that update the state. So let's go into the side panel, and let's take these out. So in here, we'll say set username, set headline, and set message. All right. And actually, we're going to be passing these again to each of these input fields each of the input field components, so that they have access to it too, which is kind of annoying, but I probably could have coded this a little bit better, but we are here, so it's fine. I'll just say set username equals set username, or I could have used context, but for such a small app, I didn't want to have to use context for that. Set headline equals set headline, and set message equals set message. So now inside of input field, we have access to those. So we could say set username, set headline, and set message. Actually, we're probably even going to need the actual state itself. So we'll say username, and we'll have to pass these two. Yeah, we probably should have used context, so we didn't have to keep passing all this stuff. We'll say headline, and we'll say message. And you'll see why in a moment. It's the way that React works that we kind of have to do it this way. So I'm just going to come over here and copy this so I don't have to type it. So we're going to paste that here, paste that here, we're going to paste that here, but we're also going to need them. So let's grab them. Say username, headline, and message, just like that. And now in our input field, we're gonna do this. Well, we already did. We already got them here. So great. All right. So basically in our input, we have access to the onChange event. So state goes as far as, like, if we're typing in this input field, you see that we're typing in it, but that's not correct. We need to update that state as we're doing it. So our value property is going to equal what we're typing. So if I do blah 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 blah, you'll see that it says that here, and nothing I do is going to change that because that's the value. So we need to make sure we update this value as we type. It's super easy to do. We could just say onChange, and onChange. And since we are using all of this in a one component, we don't have to write this logic a zillion times. We could just write it in here. So in here, I'm going to import something called useRef. Or actually, we could probably use state for this. We probably could. We'll see. Let's import state. Let's try it. So at the very top function, we'll say const input val, and then set input val equals use state that's initially set to null, or just an empty, honestly just empty string's fine. Or we can have this set to the placeholder, right? Yeah, we are getting a placeholder, and our value is always going to be equal to input val, which is initially equal to our placeholder. So now our placeholder is sitting here as the value, which is exactly what we want. And what we need to do is on change, we need to update the set input. So we can say set input val is equal to e.target.value. So we need to pass in the event. And now if we start typing, we get that. But we probably should empty it first. So set input val is equal to empty string. Or that might not work. It might reset every time now. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, cool. That works. And that should also work for this. Or I lied. Oh, no. Do we have to do that for each one? Let's see. Yeah, it's not going to work like that. Let me see if we're getting any errors in the console too while I'm here. Nope, we're not. Let's just, yeah, we don't need that because we already have a placeholder, so we don't need to do that. I don't know why I thought that. So if I start typing hello world, that works. Hello world, that works. Now, because we are not using this input for the text area, we do need to add this logic to the text area too. So let's say const text area and then set text area equals use state empty string. And we'll do the exact same thing. We'll say on change, we'll say set text area to e.target.value, and for the value, it'll be our text area. Is Sass installed for this project? That's what I'd say. Sass is not installed. No, I just have these set up to run Tailwind, but installing Sass takes like 2 seconds if I wanted to. All I need to do is open up the terminal, npm install Sass, and then as I write my my SCSS, it's going to convert it to CSS out of the box because of how React is set up, which is super awesome. All right, let's also put this at the bottom so it's not in the way, even though we technically don't really need that. Okay, so now our text area should work too. Cool, it does. No errors in the console either. So instead of having a button to say confirm, we're just gonna have this update in real time. So what we can do is, you see right here how on change for the text area, we are updating the text area. Well, let's update the set message. So we can say set message is equal to e.target.value. So if I come over here and I start typing, this should work. Hello, my name is Soli. See, now we're updating her card over here on the right. So we can do that very, very easily over here too. Uh-oh, I did find an issue though. We only have one instance of this input and we need to use it differently. Oh, but we do have access to the type. Okay, so that should be easy. I lied, no it isn't. Oh, I should have set these up separately earlier. Does Tailwind run off Sass? I think Bootstrap is. Yes, I do believe Tailwind is written in Sass. I do believe. Let's chat GPT it. Is Tailwind, let's say, is Tailwind written in Sass? No, Tailwind is not written in Sass. Tailwind is a utility-first CSS framework that is written in plain CSS. It provides low-level utility classes that can be composed to build complex user interfaces directly in HTML. Cool, I didn't know that. I thought it was built with Sass, but it's not. Oh well. Hey, the more you know. Gotta tell Dennis about this one. Using AI in front of us up-and-coming devs. Heartbreaking. Dude, I use AI all the time. Every single day. As long as you understand what you're actually doing without AI, you should totally be using AI all day long. It just speeds things up. Makes things a lot easier. But if you don't know what you're doing and you're relying on AI, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's what I say. I have a whole video on if you should use AI or not while learning. Just go check it out. It's on Treehouse. All right, so we're going to have an issue now of Soli's name as well as her headline because this is all coming from one component. So how do I know what to update? This is interesting. This is very interesting. But I think I know a way around it. So we are using this twice, right? Could set up some state in the initial thing, but I don't want to waste that much. That's gonna be time consuming. So you know what? Let's oh, I hope this doesn't break a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna take type off. So we're not going to use it anymore. We're going to bring this right back into our initial component. All right, so if I hit save, does that break anything right off the bat? No, but look what it does. Ah, that's okay though. All right. It's nice to use the same type. It is, since they use the same type. What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about the UI. Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, it probably would have been easier to just set this up initially a little bit better, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove these components altogether, and I'm going to throw all this logic right back into this actual component for the side panel. It's fine. It's fine. I'm a professional. And we're going to have to set up some state to manage each one of these separately, which is also fine. I'm a professional. It's going to break a lot of stuff though, but it's okay because I'm a professional. So we don't even need this input field anymore. So let's go ahead and remove it. Let's delete it. That's what I get for making a cool little component to help my life. We're gonna remove it from up here too. Oh boy, look at all this mess that I've created. And then our message field goes here, and this is a p tag and then a text area as such. Cool. I'm gonna hit save and it's gonna break everything. Let's see what the first label is not defined. Of course it's not. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna hard code these. So the first one is gonna be username. Second one is going to be headline. And the last one's gonna be message. All right, so now we're running into placeholders not defined. Of course it's not. Where is that at? Right here. And for the first one, it's going to say provide a username. Next one's going to say provide a headline. And the last one's going to say provide a message for your fake post. And now it should say input val. Yep, input val. So we're going to go ahead, remove this. Actually, yeah, we're going to go ahead and remove it for now. We're going to do the same here. I want to get it back to a state of no more errors, and then we're going to just start working on this stuff. All right. No more errors. Nice. If I type, we can get errors because now these are chained to the on-change event handlers. So let's remove these, and we should be error-free going forward. Is this what Keegan said in the zombie series? I don't know who Keegan is, and I don't know who what the zombie series is. Don't kill me. All right, cool. We're back to a state of no issues here. Let's start off with what we're gonna need. Username, set username, yes. Okay, so we're gonna need all these. We're also gonna set up our own state for this. All right, so this is gonna be for the username. This is gonna be for the headline, and this is gonna be for the text area, okay? We're gonna say const equals use state empty string. And we're gonna copy this down. And in here, we're gonna say username val, and then set username val. And in here, we're gonna say headline val and set headline val. And then for the text area, we say text area val and set text area val. All initially are set to empty strings, which is perfect. Walking Dead. Ooh, I've only watched the very beginning of The Walking Dead, and it was a long time ago. I don't remember a Keegan. I might not be Keegan. Okay, so on change for the username, we're gonna say, what is it called? We're gonna say set username val equal to e.target dot value, and then we're gonna set the username. So we're gonna say set username is equal to e.target dot value. And I think instantly our username is going to be able to be edited. We can say Elon Musk, except it resets it every single time. So hold on. I'm going to figure out why. Oh, and that's because the value is set to an empty string. We need to set the value to our user name, I believe. So if I start typing solely, it works. By backspace, I type in Elon Muskrat. It works. Okay, so now let's just do that for the other values too. So we can say set headline val to e.target.value, and we'll say set headline to e.target.value, and for the value we'll just say headline. And now our headline should work too. So if I say Elon Musk, set headline, it's not a thing. Did I misspell it? I did not. Why is it saying that? Set headline is not a function. Oh, that's so weird. Why is it saying set headline is not a function? Set headline, set headline. Set headline. What is this madness? Set headline, not a function. What do you mean? Oh, set headline val. No, that's also a setter. Negan. Oh, I remember him. He's like the little Asian dude, right? I only watched like the first couple seasons. And like I said, it was a super long time ago. Side panel, line 49. So right here it's saying set headline, not a function. That's crazy to me because set headline is totally a function. Let's see, are we not passing it to the side panel? Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's capital E. There we go. So this should work now. So if I say Elon Musk, and then I say for the headline, I work at Tesla and Twitter. Now X. Yeah, cool. So our headline works, which is cool. Now we just need to work on our message field, which should be pretty straightforward too. We'll do all the same things. So we could say set message val equals e.target.value. And we can say set message to e.target.value, and the value is going to be message. And that should work. Oh, it's set text area val. Sorry. Paste that. Now it should work. So Elon Musk, I work for Twitter, now X. I am writing a fake post on Dustin's cool app. Okay, so we have basically our post ready to go. So now let's work on like the dark mode and the background colors, which I think should be pretty simple. So when you say state, what is that referring to? Is that just currently the input data? What do you mean? So this username right here, the value, I have some state tied to it. So I have username and then set username. And inside of our editor, for this paragraph tag, the value of it is just username. And in order to change this bit of state, we need to use this setter function here called set username. And the only place that we set the username is in the side panel, right? So in the very first input field, on this input right here, when we detect a change, like we're typing, we're saying set username to e.target.value. So whatever the value of this, it's constantly updating what we're saying our state is for our headline, our username. So it just shows up here. So state is basically anything on a web page that's gonna update in any type of way. Okay, cool. I answered it. Awesome. Yeah, it's you have to update it. Nothing on a page can change without it being handled and managed in state. That's just how these frameworks work, or React at least. Cool. So I think the dark and light mode theme will be super easy, and for the background colors, we might wait till the next stream or have one of you guys implement it, because I don't want to be streaming too late in the day. We've already been here for like 2.5 hours, but we'll see. We'll see. So for the dark and light mode themes, I think this will be super easy. And then I'll show you how to implement dark mode. And we'll do it on just this little card component just to show you how it works, which is super cool. So let's see. Let's go to our options, right? So we're going to want to change the dark versus light based on this click. So let's make sure to add some event listeners on these 2 items. All right, so here it is, light and dark. We're going to write an on click on the light mode, and we're going to copy it and just paste it on the dark mode whenever we're done. We're going to say set theme. Whoa. And we'll just hard code this for time's sake. We'll just say light. And then we'll do the same thing here. So, and then we'll say dark. So, do we have anything already set up in state? We do not. I thought we did, but we don't. And that's okay. We're going to create it. So let's set up our theme state. So we'll say const equals use state, and initially it will be set to light. And we'll say theme and then set theme. And we're going to pass this directly to the... we're just going to pass the setter function to the side panel. We'll say set theme equals set theme. And then for the editor, we're going to pass just the theme, because we're not going to need to set it in the editor. So we'll just say theme equals theme. So now in the side panel, we can just say set theme to dark when we click dark and set theme to light when we click light. But it's not going to work unless we grab it. Oh, look, we do have the theme set up in here already. So let's really, remove that. But we do need to take it from here. We'll say set theme. Where else are we using theme at? I want to make sure we're not calling it somewhere. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna need to pass theme into here too, just because we're using it as the text for the drop down. But that's fine. We just need to pass it like that, and then take it out of props, like that. Okay. I think right away, yeah, this should already work. So now we're sitting. We click dark, it updates it to dark. We click light, updates it to light. So now we can do something really cool. So since the theme variable right here holds either dark or light at any given time, we can use that in our editor. So at the very top level, I'm going to let's say BG zinc 900, see what this is. Okay, so this is this entire container right here. Set that back to 200. I'm going to interpolate that value. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say theme. If that's true, then, or actually, we only need to worry about if it's dark. So if theme, I'm sorry, what am I doing? Theme is equal to dark, then what we want to do is add the class name of dark. We do need to take theme out of props though in order for that to work. Okay, so what we can do is our fake post has a background color of white, right? All we need to do is just say dark and then BG zinc 900, give or take, whatever color we want. And now it just automatically goes dark. But if we go back to light, it'll go back to light. How cool is that? But that's really dark. Let's not do that. Let's do 700 maybe. Let's try that. Cool. And then we'll also do the same thing. So when we have a class of dark, we want the text to be a different color too. So let's just do the top level parent. We'll say dark text white. We'll just go straight white with it. Cool, like that. And we can set a duration of 200. It might work, it may not. I don't know. And we'll do that for here too. And we have some sort of animation. So we can click dark. Cool, and it does kind of animate it in a little bit. And if we want to go back to light, we can do light. So now I have a dark or a light post. I can say Dustin, use a, or just my name, Treehouse Developer Advocate. I make cool apps live on Twitch every Thursday. And I want to make this a dark post. Cool. This is a pretty fun build. You guys want to do the background colors now? We can do that. I don't think it would be super hard. And then we could just say we finished the project. I don't think it would take a bunch of time. I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah, let's just do the background colors now. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. We're going to do what Brandon mentioned earlier, where we loop over some stuff so I can show you how to render those things out like that. Which, realistically, I probably should have did that earlier for some of the other components, but it is what it is. All right, so let's set up a... I don't think we need to use state for it. So yeah, well, let's not overcomplicate it. We'll just set up an object. We'll say const bg colors equals, and we are just, actually, let's make this an array. And I don't think we really, I was gonna do some objects in here. Yeah, let's do objects because we're gonna need an ID. So say ID 0, and we'll say color, and we'll have our color. And then we're just gonna repeat this 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Update the ID 1, 2, 3. And let's go to Figma and grab some of these colors that we used. So the first color is gonna be that. Second color is gonna be this. Third color is gonna be my favorite. And the last color, this green that is inspired by Soli. All right, so now we have a little bit of a data model. I wouldn't really call it a data model. It's just an array of objects. And let's pass this array of objects to, I think for now, we just need it in the side panel. So we say bg colors equals bg colors. Let's open up the side panel. And you see right here where we're hard coding all of these list items. We don't need to do that. Let's come right here and let's set up a loop. So we'll say bg colors, which we need to take it out of props first before it screams at me like Soli does. So bg colors dot map, and for each color, let's get an index 2. And we're basically going to return a list item with a key equal to our index. And we're going to say style. I think this will work. Actually, no, let's just pass the color. We'll say color equals color. So let's also copy down this list item right here, so I can go in and actually use it. So let's say class name equals, and we'll paste in, oh wait, I'm stupid. I just wanted to copy the class names, not all of this mumbo jumbo. Okay. Let's take off that BG color because we're not going to use it. All right, hit save. Let's see what our UI looks like. Okay, so it looks like this. I know you can't see them, but we have each one of these list items in here now. Wait till you learn about maps. So we're going to use the each directive. Nope. So the difference between for each and map is going to return something. For each will just alter the items in the array, which we're not altering the array. We want to keep the array the same. Map is going to actually return us something. So we're able to actually return a list item with the each value that we're mapping over. Does that make sense? Shameless plug, I have a video on YouTube of what's the difference between for each and map, if you want to go and take a look. Anyways, here's a fun fact about Tailwind. So if I do BG red 500 on these, we'll instantly see all of our options here, right? But here's the issue with that. If we wanted to interpolate this color, I don't think it'll work, and that's due to how Tailwind works, I believe. But let's try it so that you guys can call me a liar if I'm wrong. Okay, so we have access to the color, right? So we could just say BG color, like that. See, and it went away. It didn't actually work. But if you inspect it, take a look at this. It says object. My bad. Hold on. I got to do color.color. Okay, so now it says BG, and it has this color right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So it has the right syntax, because if I were to copy out this this right here and paste it in, it will work. See, now they're all this color. But it doesn't work if you do that with Tailwind, and I think it has something to do with how it compiles all the class names. So what we can do instead is, let's take all this interpolation off, is not give a background color class name, but instead we can just use the style property. So we could say style, and because this is just JavaScript, we can say background color and say color.color like this. And if I hit save, now we have all of our colors in here. And this is coming directly from our objects, our array of objects. Is Astro Framework adaptable at large scale? I have no clue. I've never worked with Astro yet. It's something I want to learn soon though, but I've never used it. I've never used Astro. Cool, so now let's see if we can get access to the color hex value when we click on each one of these. So with this one list item, since we're rendering it 4 times, we can write one event listener on it, right? Say onClick equals, and let's write some logic. So let's say console.log color.color. Oops, let's inspect and go to console. Okay, so as I'm clicking, I'm getting the color, right? So now in app, let's set up state for the current color. So we could say const bg color and then set bg color equals use state. And initially we'll set it to like EEE. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, we're gonna set it to, oh no, you're right. Or whatever color this actually is. What is this? I think it is E. Does it show us? BG Zinc 200. Okay, so yeah, it should be in the properties somewhere over here. Yeah, so it's this. Let's just copy this. And we'll set it initially to, yeah, this. So what we can do is let's initially go into our editor. We're gonna need to pass this BG color to our editor. So we'll say BG color equals BG color. And if we go to our editor and take it out of props, we can say instead of background color zinc 200, take that off. And now we lose our big background color over here, right? But what we can do is say style equals background color BG color, and it brings it back. So now all we need to do is update that when we click on a color, and that should be pretty simple. So inside of app, let's pass the set BG colors. Set BG color equals set BG color. And inside of side panel, when we click on our respective color, we're going to set that. So we'll say set BG color to color dot color. But we need to take set BG color out of props. And now we are finished. Set BG color. All right, so Soli, you choose the first color that we're gonna go with. My name is Soli. I am the Treehouse team mascot. I enjoy all shades of green and believe that Monday is the best day of the week. And what color do you want to choose for your post? Do you want to go dark mode or light mode? This is your post, Soli. She said green, so we're gonna go green. Cool, it worked. Do you want dark mode or light mode? Let's go dark. Dark looks sick. This is a pretty fun little app to build, not gonna lie. I actually really enjoyed building this. Maybe I'll take a look at that tool that he offered. What was it called? This DOM to image, and figure out how to do it to where we can actually take a screenshot of these and save them, like he did on his project. Yeah, this is a pretty neat little app. Let's go light mode, and I'm gonna do Dustin Treehouse Developer Avocado. I hang out with the community and build some really cool apps. And let's make it dark mode. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty fun project because it's kind of like goes over a lot of fundamental stuff. I'd be curious to see how harder it would be, or easier, I should say, or no, I don't know, maybe harder with just vanilla JavaScript. But yeah, that's gonna probably be it for me for today, guys. It's not bad though. It's about 2.5 hour stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What's everyone else up to for the rest of the day? What are you guys getting into? That's Spanish for advocate. You don't know what an avocado is? A lot of developer advocates like joke around that they're just developer avocados. There's actually a website for it, I think. Oh, Soli, did you see the Nintendo Switch event? Ooh, what is Procreate Dream? Is that like when you can make like the animations with your drawings? I love Procreate. I'm always on Procreate on my iPad. Probably finish some Treehouse stuff, then Elden Ring. Dude, I've tried Elden Ring. I couldn't even get past the first boss. The little dude on the horse, well, the big dude on the horse. Like when you first like start up the game, I cannot get past him. You do not know what an avocado is? Oh, you do know what an avocado. Okay, I was about to say. Yeah, Soli, you should totally post some of your Procreate dreams if you can figure that out. I don't fight him yet, so am I like supposed to go around him? Dude, I bought the game and I never played it because I couldn't get past the first boss. I didn't know I could just go around him. Wow, I feel stupid. Soli, go check out in the Discord if you want to see the video. I posted the video. I set the timestamp for the Zelda announcement where they released, well, they announced, what was it? Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You actually get to play as Princess Link. I'm sorry, Princess Zelda. It's really cool. So the first main boss is actually harder than the dude on the horse. Yeah, that game I feel like is for tryhards or like people who are like super into that kind of stuff. I don't have the time to figure out how to beat those bosses. They're so hard. Yeah, it's really cool. So like you don't fight as Princess Zelda. You don't fight with anything. What you can do is you can create what's called echoes. So like if she sees a table, she can make an echo of the table and then she can use that table whenever she wants the rest of the game. And what's cool is you can use the table to jump on top of it, to jump on top of other things, to get to other locations, and you basically can echo anything you want, and you can even echo monsters and they'll fight for you. It's really cool. It's a really cool like spin-off, I think, or just like a different way of playing Zelda. But it's also kind of made in like the in the older kind of game style, which is kind of cool. Nah, she doesn't have a sword. It looks like a wand. It's what she makes her echoes with. I don't know. It looks like a pretty cool little game. I'm interested to try it out. I'm still playing through Tears of the Kingdom, though, and Breath of the Wild, but it'll be a nice little break. Oh my gosh. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you there, Soli. Yeah, it does look like they mixed the old school with the new Breath of the Wild. It's kind of cool. It's got like updated graphics, but it's got that old play game style, like the old Game Boy kind of style, which is super cool. I'm a 90s kid, so it makes me happy. All right, guys. I wish I could stay a little bit longer and hang out and talk, but I really do got to get some extra work done. But I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Sorry, but I will not be here for the next 2 weeks. I probably won't even be inside of Discord. So, yeah, I'll see you guys here pretty soon. Brendan, make sure everyone knows it's Monday every day. I expect the Monday revolt to be in full speed when I get back. Enjoy the vacation. You bet. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try not to touch any of my my stuff. If you guys see me online on Discord, tell me to get off. All right, guys. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace. Have fun. Bye.